Check 1 2. 1 2 check. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. We are live, apparently. Good afternoon, Australia and the world. Join us here on the Oz Volley YouTube page. We're down here for round 3 of the Australian Junior National Tour. On court, a couple of youngsters. I'm going to say they're the under-19s division. They're young, they're sprightful, they're energetic, and they're battling the conditions here on Manly Beach. So a lovely swing down the middle of the court there. We'll introduce to you these two teams. These guys are midway through this match. We've, like we said, been battling the conditions down here on Manly Beach. Obviously, for those living up in Queensland, we're thinking of you and all the grind that you are going through as we speak. And the weather makes its way down south to New South Wales here. So on centre court with the guys, with a lovely drop shot there. So we'll introduce you to those guys first. So that was Darcy Champion and Sam Kelly. They're from South Australia. They are closest to your camera. And from Queensland, we've got Dave Brown and Carter Forrester from Queensland. So those guys have managed to escape all the drama that is happening in Queensland at the moment. And they've come down here to battle it out for the third round of the Australian Junior Beach Volleyball Tour. As that ball goes just wide. We'll get an end switch out here on centre court with a scoreboard of 18-11. We'll double check that because the maths isn't quite right. We switch ends every multiple of 7. So if it was multiples of 7, it should be 17-11. We're just going to confirm that now. Trained professionals on the score bench. It might even be 18-10. We're still clarifying. It's a nice little rally there, battling a tough serve. High into the corner on 2. It's a great shot there from the South Australian pair. 18-12 is the score, or 12 serving 18. We're going to roll with it. A little bit of leeway with the weather, so that's fine. Nice short serve, tough into the conditions. Dropping it over to a little bit of tightrope this time from the ball. Easily handled. Nice high line shot. So the boys from South Australia on a very good run of points now. Breeze going from south to north. So they'll look to be a bit more aggressive here. And you can see that now. I believe Sam Kelly with ball in hand as that ball goes high and very long. No breeze on that one there. A nice shot there deep in the corner. Hard to handle. There's a percentage beach volleyball swing aiming for the back meter and even the sideline meter of the court. It's exactly what we're going to do, pushing the perimeter of center court. 8 by 8 meters on each side with a 2 meters 43 net in the middle between them. Tough serve down the middle. Great pass. Really good set. Breeze takes that one sideways. Oh, that ball just floated for a second there in the air. As the Breeze, again, playing havoc. So we got a 15 serving 19. 1 point away from the supposed end switch. And a serve just wide. Questions asked the first official. But that ball just going wide there. So, set point here on centre court to the Queensland combination. It should be an end switch there. But we'll let it play on. The officials have got it under control. Good serve deep in the court with pace. Small. Good hands there. Had to adjust late. Tough swing. And that'll get it done for the Queensland boys. Taking that one 21-15. They did really well there. You see that ball moving around. A little bit off balance with their skill execution, but enough to get it done and take that first set in this under-19 boys competition. Like we said, ladies and gentlemen, we are here on Manly Beach, battling the conditions as it moves south from Queensland. Thinking of all the Queenslanders up there. Hope you guys are all well and not too much trouble and damage to your homes, your properties, and your livelihoods. Looking to, or hoping for that water to recede very, very soon. Thanks for joining us once again here at the Oz Volley Junior Beach Volleyball Tour. Round 3 here at Manly Beach. Good couple of points here to kickstart the second set. Once again, thank you for joining us here for round 3 of the Australian Junior Beach Volleyball Tour. We've got 1-all scoreboard to kickstart this second set. The Queenslanders, the boys in the hats, taking that first one 21-15 over the South Australian duo, who really battled hard there in the tail end of that first set, getting a good, healthy run of points, bringing that gap to back within 4. But then Queenslanders took control of the business end of that set. So we've got a 2-1 scoreboard in favour of the South Australians. And that ball moving around so much with this breeze. It continues to pick up. Be gusty on this New South Wales coastline. Manly Beach is the location here for the third round of the Australian Junior Beach Volleyball Tour. And these conditions, as we mentioned, we believe coming down from Queensland there. But they're here now. The athletes are doing battle, and this is part of it. This is part of beach volleyball. This is some of the conditions that, depending on how their careers go, where they progress, they will face some of the gustiest and toughest conditions around the world, whether it be hot, cold, windy, even snowing. That's an exaggeration on the beach, but there is snow volleyball hoping to happen. As we see a nice swing there to level things up at 3 points all. So the combination of Champion and Kelly from South Australia on the far end of centre court, furthest from camera, and Brown Forrester from Queensland there. As that ball goes just wide, first end switch of the second set. We've got a 4-3 scoreboard in favour of Champion and Kelly. We see here a fantastic rally continuing. Queenslanders getting multiple attacks in a row and the opportunity to then capitalise as they couldn't. Defense too good from Champion and Kelly. Holding on, regaining the lead now at 5-4 in a must-win set for them here on centre court. These athletes, this is day 1 of the third round Australian Junior Beach Volleyball Tour here at Manly Beach. Some of these athletes potentially in their second match. We'll see that ball just swing just out of reach of the Queensland boys. So they're going to have to be really disciplined with their footwork, really disciplined in waiting for that ball, getting their feet to the best possible position, waiting, jumping, and just snapping fast. Not going for power, going for placement, using the conditions. You see a tough serve there. I believe this man serving is Sam Kelly, extending the South Australian lead to 7-4. As we'll update that on our screens here. Really tough. And in the motion of swinging, he finds the point. Of course, in beach volleyball, you must be able to hit the ball. There's no tipping, no open hand play of the ball. It's deemed as a court ball. I'm no referee, so for me to explain the definition of the rule, I would be explaining everything wrong. So I'm going to call it an illegal hit, and we're going to stick with that. Nice snap of the wrist as it just sails over the top of Kelly's head. He watches it thinking, that's going out. No. Conditions here at Manly say differently. So 8-5 here on centre court. 1 away from the end switch. We'll see how the maths goes for the duty team this time around. So multiples of 7 for the first 2 sets of beach volleyball. We'll see the athletes and the teams switch ends. If there is a third and deciding set required, teams will race to 15 and switch ends in multiples of 5. So tough serve there from the baseline. As we've got a 6-7-8 scoreboard, it will be an end switch. The duty team are onto it. We can't hassle them too much. They're battling the conditions. Having the referee out here in the gusty, rainy conditions. 6-7-8. Queenslanders with the ball. Looking to play defense. This ball sails over. Oh, Just clips the table, just handled well. It swings high, long, and just sends it long. Evading that baseline. Big man from Queensland. Didn't have to jump overly high to still get on top of that ball. Just couldn't quite convert. 9-6. Did really well there to keep that set alive. And Kelly read it even better. Hustling for the dig and just couldn't quite control it. Was his partner Champion. So again, the Queenslanders stay in touch. Side out beach volleyball here with 7 serving 9. Ball just falls inside. Pokey, very, very wide. You can see what Kelly was trying to do there. He pushed that ball into the conditions, hoping the breeze would hold the ball up, just sit it right in front of the attacker's arm. And the attacker just couldn't quite convert and couldn't quite hold it. So an ace serve now. We're back level at 9 points all. Queensland coming through with the goods. Couple points in a row. So back level, 10 points all. Continuing point for point as the brain calms down now here on center court. So we won't see a lot of hand setting, I don't think. You've got to be brave in these conditions to hand set a wet ball. There it is right there as we speak. That'll shut me up real quick. So we go to the technical timeout here on center court for the second set. Queenslanders in the lead. The combination of Brown and Forrester leading 11-10 and 1 set to love in this under-19 boys Australian Junior Beach Volleyball Tour match. So we're back to it. Queenslanders with ball in hand, about to get things underway. We'll just a brief hold on the referee there as he looks to take off the hoodie. He's a smart man. It'll absorb the water. So we're going to get rid of that. Keep it nice and dry for when he gets off this court later on. We'll resume now at 11 serving 10. The Queenslanders with a tough serve there. The big man, apologies as we get to know these athletes. So much future talent coming through. It's hard to keep up with all the names of who's who. The combination of Brown, Forrester, with a really nice serve to kick things off. 12 serving 10. 2 for 2 out of the technical timeout. 13-10 on the board now. It is breezy. It is gusty. And right now, it's a matter of consistency to get the job done. Well handled there. So a free ball for the Queenslanders, bumped high, bumped over. Kelly on 2, drops it short into the conditions. So good. Really smart play from that man. They just needed one side out now. They look to use the conditions themselves. The breeze is coming from their back. So they won't want to hit it too hard. So they'll look to drop it. Probably short or even in between the receiving pair of Brown, Forrester. 11 serving 13 as they go to the corner on the big one. Great hand set there. That ball goes and tags the sideline. Champion could not believe his luck. He read it so well, and he had to make a call, letting that one go, and unfortunately tagging just the outside of the sideline there. So 14 serving 11. 1 set to love advantage of the combination Brown Forrester from Queensland. Jump serve this time. Tough with a little bit of love. A lot of love, in fact, from the tape. As he drops it short. It's not tennis. We don't see the apology wave as Kelly asks the questions. Come on, man. You can't do that again. See what he's got. Once more, jump serve. And that one just misses everything. So we'll call that one a whoopsie and a point on the board for champion Kelly. Deep on the big man. It's interesting watching these guys play a very high game of volleyball. In the conditions, people talk about different tactics and how to adjust and how to adapt. And you see the Queenslanders playing a very big game. It's something very common in the senior Australian men's and women's teams across this country. Playing a big game, playing a wide game, trying to look to spread the defense. And you see other countries around the world that play different tempos all the time. And in the breeze, in the conditions, they may play a lower game just to keep a bit more control. It's a great serve there from Sam Kelly. Dropping it short. Serving into the wind. Enough just to drop it fine for an ace serve. So 14 serving 15 now. In a must-win set for champion and Kelly from South Australia. Back level now, 15 all. Looking to utilize this good end of center court. Serving from north to south. Gunning hard. So that ball just sits up really well weighted there. Good patience. Great hand set. Good skills. Hustle there as the breeze takes it away from Kelly. There's a really tidy side out there from Brown Forrester. I'm getting told information as it comes in. Hi, everyone. My name is Ben Abbey. I'm your commentator and host for these Junior National Tour events across Australia and the world. Thanks for joining us here on the Oz Volley YouTube page. We flow on from this event here, the third round of the Australian Junior Beach Volleyball Tour, into the Australian Championships this weekend. We've got the likes of Chris McHugh chasing his 8th Australian Championships. An incredible feat for that man. One of our most recent Olympians competing in Tokyo 2020 last year with Damien Schumann, who is looking to start a new chapter in his life and has retired from the professional side of beach volleyball, but can't help himself getting back into it. And he won the South Australian Open earlier this year, so he still dabbles and can obviously still match it with the best. We've got a 19-16 scoreboard now. So the South Australians gunning it right now as we get an end switch. The Queensland boys calling the maths, getting their calculations right as they go around. So they go to the good end. This will be really interesting now. So some tough serving there from champion from South Australia. Good pass there from the Queenslanders. Left-handed shot. Kelly controls it. Over on 2 from champion. Easy hand set again, down the middle, and controlled beach volleyball there from the Queensland pair. Huge week here in Manly. Always is on the beach volleyball calendar. We come to Manly for at least a week of competition with a setup and pack down of these events. We're usually here for about 10 to 12 days, and the amazing team from Volleyball Australia putting on a very good setup, battling the conditions even before this first serve of the competition has started. So we've got a set point now for the Queenslanders. We think we do. Set point saved. So the Queenslanders need some very quick points to keep this match alive, or keep this set alive and look to wrap it up in 2 sets. High on Kelly, control well. Bumped down the line on the big man. Opportunity now for Queensland. Breeze takes it slow for champion. High and wide. Pokes it down the line. Opportunity goes begging. He's trying to rip his hair out. There's a lovely salmon headband in the way there. These boys very color coordinated. 19 serving 20, another set point saved. Deep, long, just long as well. We're going the distance. We're going the 3 sets here on center court. The boys double check the ball mark, and everyone's going to have a look now. The referee's already left the court, already made the call. And they're all having a look except for the referee, which is comical at best. But we're going to the 3 sets. Thanks for joining us once more. Quick ad break. We'll be back here for the third and final set very, very shortly. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us once more. You're watching the Under-19 boys competition here on Centre Court. Queensland versus South Australia. The combination from Queensland, Brown and Forrester, taking on the South Australian duo of Champion and Kelly. So they go to a third and deciding set here on Centre Court. We look to the calendar. The next couple of days here on Manly Beach. The Australian Beach Volleyball Tour, the Australian Championships live this weekend on SBS On Demand. The women's bronze medal match kicking things off at 11:30 into the men's bronze medal closely followed, and then SBS Live for the 2 gold medal matches, women's gold medal match and men's gold medal match from 2 and 3 p.m. for the Australian Championships as Chris McHugh looks to go for Australian Championship number 8. Unbelievable career this man has had, and he's still going strong as we return to the action here. Awesome first rally to kick things off, and first points to the South Australian pair, 1-0. Right down the middle of the court, smart play there. Out of position, out of system, in fact. As they snap down the middle of the court, finding the open court. So 1-1. Switching ends on multiples of 5. And that ball goes just long, so 2-1. A couple of service errors as they chip away at this third and deciding set here in the preliminary phases of Round 3 Australian Junior Beach Volleyball Tour. Manly Beach, iconic part of the world, or iconic part of this country in Australia here for beach volleyball. It is a must-stop location for the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour. Hosting the Australian Championships for years and years. And international events from all across the world. Now we put some of the best of the future generation here on this beautiful shoreline. They switch ends with a scoreboard of 3-2 in favour of the South Australian duo. We'll double check that for you there, but and an ace serve there. 3-3, just like that. Feel sorry for this scorer down on the score bench. He's holding an umbrella, he's filling out a score sheet, and he's flipping a scoreboard. This man can do it all. Oh my goodness, I can see that baseline within a couple of meters of our commentary booth, and it just missed. I say millimeters all the time, but that was millimeters. That was incredibly close. So 4-3, Kelly goes to the serve, high on the big man. Even higher set from his partner. Keep it nice and small. That's a bit better. Lovely cut shot, well read in defense on 1, and he finds the sand. His partner, his teammate had to catch him there. No, it goes long. I apologize. I got too excited and I was like, fairy tale ending could have happened, but no. 4 points all. Good rally, plenty of touches. Love from the tapes. Kelly's there. Scramble, hustle from Champion. Opportunity for Queensland to put it away. Get it done now. No. Kelly's chance now. Oh, out of control. Bump set. The rally continues. How the handset came out clean. It goes wide. The rally finally comes to an end. Oh, my word. I'm tired just watching that rally. So we got 5-4 here. Incredible stuff. It's been years since I've played beach volleyball. Had a crack on the weekend and the body's still aching 2 days later. Can't recover and bounce back what I used to. As that ball goes wide and South Australia now have a 2-point buffer at 6-4 as they go around. So 6 serving 4. Champion to the serve. What a last name that is. Looking to become the champion here for the 3rd round of the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour. Touch ace serve there, held from the tape. Just out of reach of the outstretched Queensland reception. 7-4. And that ball goes long this time. No love from the breeze. (5-7). Into the net. Just full momentum in the South Australian duo's favour. They keep chipping away at every single point. Hustling in defence, putting questions in the offensive mind. So free ball now as he goes high, drops it short. Kelly controls it well. On 2 for the big man from South Australia. Controlled well in defence again. Free ball now, conditions continuing to play havoc. Tight, and the big man crushes their cross court. It's dangerous. And you see why. So 6 serving 8s, 1 away from the end switch. A lovely swing down the middle of the court. Snap of the wrist from Sam Kelly. And change to a tough end now. Serving with the wind. They go into the corner on the big man. Big man will probably look to be aggressive. Into the breeze. He does so. Control well in defense from Kelly. He had to make a late adjustment there. The ball hovered, floated, waited, and then fell inside. And Kelly couldn't adjust. 1 2-point ball game. 7 serving 9. Oh, takes off his partner's hat. It all in the motion of missing his serve. Double figures at 10-7. Kelly to the serve. On the big man. Swings into tape. 4-point buffer now. Really tidy set there. Should have converted, didn't. The ever-present South Australian defense is there, hustling away. And a simple play of putting it deep in the court, making the defensive team work hard from deep within their court. Now it's a 5-point buffer, and the turnaround, the comeback continues here for Champion and Kelly. 12 serving 7. Again, controlling that serve. Really difficult, as you can see. See the tent in the background. The flags over the back right of this center court. Blowing around, just going to show how breezy it is here on Manly Beach. So, 13-7 scoreboard. South Australians to the good end of center court now. And a handling error called, bringing up a set and a match point for Champion and Kelly. Big man keeps it controlled out of the net. Kelly clipping the tape. Big man hustles. Control, ball goes long. South Australian combination of Champion and Kelly taking that one 15-7, absolutely controlling that third set there, adjusting and adapting to the conditions all match long. They come out on top. Fantastic result for those young gentlemen out there getting a win here. It is day one, round 3, Australian Junior Beach Volleyball Tour. Thanks for joining us here on the Oz Volley YouTube page. My name is Ben Abbott. Be your host here for the next couple of days here leading into the Oz Champs as well. Looking forward to having your attention and passion with us here at the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour. We'll join you once again live here on the centre court, under 19 boys match coming up next.